do, y'all? Man, hopefully everybody had a amazing 4th of July. Come in, hitting that like button, though. I definitely appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. I couldn't do it without you. You know, all those nice gestures. Got my scooter on charge. I might do me a little late night ride after this, you know. Once I jump on my scooter and shit, man. What a long day, man. Miss Muffin, how you doing?
Connected.
To the wrong one. Oh, it's kind of like been my little theme music on the low. So let me play that, man, get motivated.
Ready to pair. Connected.
You know how you have a day where you might have some shit on your mind, but it's like, it ain't even worth thinking. That's what I feel like. I feel like I ain't really overthinking some shit, you know? Just can't overthink it, man. It is what it is.
Can you feel it? How about now?
I was wondering. I ain't gonna lie. If I was young, you know how them niggas be saying they be listening to music and shit like that. If I was younger and I was out here on bullshit, I'd probably be listening to me a little YB pre-game, maybe sports or something like real shit. Listen to me a little YB. But I'm just sipping a little wine. It's NBA Youngboy. Come on now, Miss Muffin. As much as you like Dolph and the whole paper route and Wowzer, they got something going on YouTube called Music Creator. So I don't listen to him. So I was basically, I don't know that video, but basically they finna start like share revenues. Shit is not everyone would like the final print. When he first came out, I did. But so I guess they're gonna start actually listening to music and they're gonna split the revenues, or you know, if it can be licensed. Cause you know they be throwing a riff in it. And after, I'm thinking it had to do something with cause shit, if you watching Abe and Dean, I know it's on the Kick platform, but I don't watch Kick. So the couple times that I done viewed it, it's been on YouTube. And YouTube let a whole lot of shit go on. You know what I'm saying? It's got me feeling like, you know, hey now, what's in the guidelines, goddammit? All them times I done been struck and demonetized, and you got motherfuckers cutting up. This ain't for no, you don't even got to say it's for no child no more. Ain't no sense of putting no restrictions in this shit no more. This is all type of stuff going on YouTube right now. You know? What a time to be on YouTube, but they letting you do anything right now. There's no hold bar on YouTube right now. I guess all you gotta do is be famous. You know, you famous right now, you can do whatever. You can stream whatever music, you can do whatever, because I done seen some shit go on in the last 30 days where I'm like, damn, where did it come from? YouTube, where did this come from? So that means I'm supposed to be able to play whatever and not, you know, it's a lot of shit on YouTube right there though. I done seen ass on here. I'm talking about you watching it. TDs, I'm talking about on watching A, but they turn. They talking about this, they talking about this, they talking about this, they talking about this. So while we on this topic, before we go on something, you know, I'm talking about real. I don't know, it might be shallow band right now, goddamn. But Sauce Walker, Ray J, they into it. Well, it's more so, I would say Ray J than Sauce. Let me rephrase it. So, it seems like Ray J has more of an issue with Sauce than Sauce has with Ray J. And, you know, he been saying a whole lot of shit about Sauce. So, that's kind of, it got to the point to where it's trending now. It's making headlines. It's more people talking about it. I seen hood educators speaking on it. I'm looking for their life, y'all. Whenever y'all see me doing all this fumbling and shit like that, I'm looking for their life. I just had one too. Here we go. Man, if you got some good people in your life, treat them right too. I don't know what. Treat them right, man. You know, treat them right. I tell you all over the place. Ray J all over the place. You done seen it, Miss Muffin? Ray J said that man don't need to be naming no weed after his sister. So my Brandy little brother. So my Brandy little brother, man, you know, I felt like real shit though. Ray J, I don't know. Two things can be true. Because I remember on camera where they squashed it. Then they said Sauce went back to Texas and dropped the weed. And that's when Ray J came back with his response. I don't know how true it is, I don't just follow it like that. But what I did see was the shit that led up. You know, they little interactions before, them kicking it, the backpack incident, Ray J making little comments about Sauce behind his back, and then Sauce addressing him in his face. And now it's to the point to where, you know, you got Whack 100 talking about it, you got, you know, it's on no Jumper, you got different podcasts speaking on it, like it's really maybe one of those issues, like they saying that Sauce may not be able to come back to LA. I don't know how big Ray J feet is. You know, I know Sauce of blood, Ray J's supposed to be in blood, but you know, he making a lot of indirect threats. He's saying the homies. Right, they were streaming. And some way, some shape, form, or fashion, you know, the camera might be on me and they in the back doing what they doing, so I'm making comments about what you doing. In the chat tell you that shit, I'm talking about you. And you address it to my face. But once I leave, you want some gangster shit now though. You want to do this and do that. I can't come back here and I'm a bitch and this and that. So, you know, we done got to that point. So I don't know if it's something serious, if it's something people need to look into more. I don't know. Just a topic, I guess. Something else I want to hit y'all with was man, I can't complain. The people in the chat be messy though. Like, come on, you know, chat always be messy. Chat always be messy. So today, this is how I started my morning. Real shit. I was on YouTube and some just told me to watch the verses between Bone Thugs and Harmony. Matter of fact, y'all can get off of here or y'all can rock with me at night, you know, but you know, I got a little down, but you know what, just thinking about how my day started, you know what? I'm gonna take it back to this verses, right? But answer this question. Y'all that don't watch the Triller verses, what's the best verses that they done had so far? If you ask me, it would be the verses between Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3 6 Mafia. I sat back and watched their verses this morning, and just seeing the people that came out on both sides, you know, like I started off early on in life, like I fell in love with rap, fucking with Bone. Like Bone was my favorite rap group, you know, like real shit. Biz Bone was my favorite rapper, but the group as a whole, love Bone Thugs and Harmony. To this day, I actually gotta give me a Bone poster. So I'm listening to the verses and just going back listening to it, I'm like, I started to appreciate the verses and just have like a real appreciation for what was going on, the music, just so I'm listening to it, I'm finna play it. I'm listening to it and you know, Bone, you have to be true what it do, E-Money. If you a Bone fan, you know, Bone have a lot of albums and they also have a lot of songs that not mainstream, but they album cuts. So if you fuck with Bone, you will know some of them. So they was playing a lot of them joints to start it off. Excuse me. So I'm listening to it, and I'm like, damn, 3-6. At this point, I'm thinking, man, what's going on? I'm like, 3-6 kind of winning right now. They winning right now, but let me play this shit though. When they played this song, that shit took me back to, like, it's like I feel it, I like Bone, cause I fuck with Eazy-E. Yeah. Man, listen, I gotta play this shit, fuck this.
When life gives you,
I was
no.
this morning listening to this, and when I heard this crazy Bone verse though, I'm gonna tell y'all the point where this shit got
Not now.
You know what?
This shit got serious right there. Right there. Right here.
Much love, Lil Flip. We got Houston with us too right now. You know what I'm saying? And we
Right after this.
Can't focus, I gotta get the whole. My pop won't cop the patrolling and trying to catch me riding. Sing it! Trying to catch me riding.
What?
Trying to catch me riding. Trying to catch me riding. Dirty. Trying to catch me riding. Dirty. Y'all brought a millionaire out? Y'all fuckers playing dirty. That's what you're doing.
I think we got a family reunion right here.
I didn't know we was playing prison rules.
Houston in the mother. There ain't no prison rules, nigga. Okay, hold on one second.
I'm gonna tell y'all like real shit. I'm sitting back, like I said, I'm listening to the verses. And when this song came on, I'm listening. And then I actually looked at the screen. I said, 3-6 Mafia really major. Like they the only group, if you think about it, they brought Lil Wayne out. Lil Wayne my favorite rapper. For y'all that don't know, I don't listen to Lil Wayne like I used to and all that, but he my favorite rapper though, period. Bone Thugs and Harmony, they my favorite rapper group, right? So I'm just looking at all the people that was on stage. Chameleon, Lil Flip, Young Buck. It was a whole lot, 8 Ball and MJG, Lil Chat, Gangsta Boo, rest in peace. It was so many people up there, and out of all them people, Lil Wayne, in my opinion, was still the biggest rapper up there, right? So for 3-6 Mafia to bring Lil Wayne out, I was thinking to myself, damn, they got it. They won the verses. But this is halfway through. And right after they played this song, they played 3-6 Mafia, Lil Wayne. Alright, Bone Thugs and Harmony come back with this song, and it's like the whole fucking show to me though. Like, so I'm excited.
Second, what the ladies at, man? We've been here fighting this shit. What the ladies at? Hold on a second, Philly. Hold up. Come on, bring on stage. Who want a lap dance? Bring on stage. What's up, baby? Bring on stage. Who want a lap dance? You want a lap dance, bro?
I don't think nobody as turned on stage as 3-6 Mafia either though. It always take me back. This shit crazy too. Shout out to my big cousin Prince though. I remember when I said this shit before too though. When I used to come from Memphis to Baton Rouge, Memphis to Baton Rouge, I got a big cousin from Baton Rouge. He loved 3-6 Mafia, like they his favorite rap group. And this is during my time where I was a Bone fan. You know what I'm saying? I love Bone. So I come back to BR, I'm bumping the Busy Bone CD. He like, man, cuz you ain't got no 3-6 Mafia. What is 3-6 Mafia? I'm like, I don't really listen to 3-6 Mafia like that. I know I stay in Memphis now, but I don't just fuck with 3-6 Mafia like that. Cuz love 3-6 Mafia. And here you go. Right now, 2026, I'm ecstatic about listening to verses from Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3-6 Mafia. Like, in my late 30s, I can appreciate 3-6 Mafia, like all the shit that they done did. Like, it's a lot of feel good music. Like, Terrence Howard was up there. They broke Terrence Howard out, Hard Out Here for a Pimp. Like, this shit was just a good verses, man. 3-6 and the Hot Boys made one of my favorite songs. They play, ooh, that's a bad mother. Ooh, E-Money, you know something, bro.
Drop that shit, Philly.
Mike Will.
Bands to make a dance. Bands to make a dance. Turn up. Bands to make a dance. Turn up. Bands to make a dance. 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 All them chicks popping pussy. I'm just popping. And it ain't
You know what I'm saying? Like this shit on YouTube. So why they gonna sit up and condemn a blogger?
club if they ain't showing pussy.
It's time to trade smart post PDT rule elimination. And Tasty Trade has the tools traders need.
Well, I could feel the put out my black.
I'ma say this. Listening to this verses though, I can tell the difference. Like 3-6 more updated than Bone though. You know what I'm saying? Bone still put out music, but by 3-6 collabing and being producers and shit, like they beats and stuff like that transcended more. That's why you hear more people sample their stuff though. Like that. Yeah. It's a great version though. I ain't gonna lie, man. I wish I would have been there. If I would have been at these verses, I would have been fanned out. I ain't gonna lie, I would have wanted a picture with everybody. Fuck this shit. I would have wanted a picture with everybody.
That's my little nigga. Make a movie with your bitch, Steven Spiel, nigga. Turn on Keisha, Cole, give me chills, nigga. What's your real name? And I just strip a name. I make it rain on you like a window pane. Bands make a dance. Don't you make a come? Hit it from the side like a motherfucking case. Two hoes on my fucking phone. Two hoes on my fucking phone. I don't tip, I pay bills. Bitches call me Buffalo. Hustler getting her ass out. I'm finding the ones they pass out.
Oh, man.
You know what? Game over.
Man, hold on, man. You made me.
That's my little nigga. Make a movie with your bitch, Steven Spiel, nigga. Turn on Keisha, Cole, give me chills, nigga. What's your real name? And I got your stripper name. I make it rain on you like a window pane. Bands make our dance.
What it do? We finna get into a little serious content, but right now, I was just letting them know. I rewatched these verses and I asked them what was the favorite their best verses. I decided that, in my opinion, that 3 6 Mafia and Bone Thugs and Harmony was the best verses, just from a music standpoint, from a fan standpoint. Like, man, this shit was cold.
Don't you make a come, hit it from the side like a motherfucking 2 hoes out with fucking ball. 2 hoes out with fucking ball. I don't tip, I play bill.
Matter of fact, they went on tour. If Bone and 3 6 Mafia go on tour again, I know Lil Wayne ain't gonna come out, but if they go on tour, I'm going to catch Bone and 3 6 Mafia. I don't really just be into shit like that, which I should, you know, bucket list type stuff, but I fuck with Bone, like for real. And 3 6 Mafia, they have a good body of work.
Bitches call me Buffalo, hustler getting my ass out. I'm flying the ones they pass out. If money for trees, I branched out. I just waiting on my bitch to cash out. Bands are making a dance. Bands are making a dance. All these chicks, I just waiting on my bitch to cash out. Bands are making a dance.
Check this out, Gangsta Boo was on here. Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo once again. Now listen there, y'all. I was so hyped when I heard this. But after this song went out, the song that Bone played next, and she just made me forget about it. Damn, I gotta get a bigger table. And she just made me forget about everything 3 6 Mafia did. I promise. It was crazy, Bone. And then she made me got to thinking about Bone Thugs and Harmony. Now, I'm the biggest Bone fan, right? I fuck with Busy. But when I sit down and think about it, man, you know what? Crazy Bone really is the overall best. He the best rapper in Bone Thugs. Everybody brings something to the table. I'm a Busy fan. He my favorite. But Crazy Bone is the best one out of the group. That nigga got that cadence. He got that motherfucking that nigga crazy hard.
Thank you. Bands are making a dance. All these chicks poppin' pussy, I just poppin' bands. Bands are making a dance. Bands are making a dance. These chicks clappin' and they ain't losing hands.
Definitely got the saying lazy, the money, and all this old shit.
Hey, yo. Oh, shit. Hey, yo. I heard Bands will make her dance. I heard Lil Wayne will make her dance.
Now check this out though, y'all. Like I said, this song right here, I guess it's just the verse though. It's the verse.
Dance. Much love, nigga. We love you.
So hard.
But on some real shit, we don't give a fuck.
Slapped with a big ass hand for saying y'all was a better group than Bone Thugs and Harmony. You goddamn new boppers. I mean, I fuck with the Migos, but saying y'all better than Bone because y'all in this new day and age and stage, man, with all 5 fingers, all 4 fingers plus the thumb.
Fucking blows on them motherfucking pussy ass
You know who killed this song? Who remixed it? Lil Wayne. Like what Lil Wayne did to this song in the mixtape era. It made me not even listen to the real song though. Real shit. When I heard Lil Wayne on this joint, it made me not even want to listen to this joint. Real talk.
Niggas say word over the other. If they go off and they go back talk, but niggas really get the venom. Like I'm off with this nigga, the one that get fucked up. They set up the talk. The body with the wrong, with the talk. The body with the watch it down to the mighty call. With the tons of under this bitch. Don't rip this shit. Give me some shit. Just give me both and I'll mix it all in. Who wanna take all the soul of the skin? Let me get it. We just gon' die. We come back higher than ever this time. We venomous mind. So when you get involved, what you think you can fuck with my dog? Nigga, you feel you rapping up, starting, stuck it up. Did you think you can fuck with us? Nigga, the hill with the snow. You ain't got the drill with so we know this part ain't like to stop that whole shit. Yo, still can't fuck with that shit, never will because we do nothing cold. We do nothing cold. We do nothing cold. We do nothing cold. We don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I had to play that verse. This is how I started out my morning. And man, all that shit had me just on the road to a good day. So, like I said, sometimes when I say you can't overthink it, start to overthink some shit, you know what I'm saying? Man, fuck it. Don't overthink it. Let go. And just deal with it, man. Just deal with it. But that's how, so I wanted to get back into that good vibe. Get on her gloomy and none of those shit, man. You know, get back in my good mood that I was in. I started my day. You know, so where we at? Lady Love, when I hear Lil Jon, I can't stop hearing Dave Chappelle impersonation. Right. Oh, hey man, what y'all think about the shit going on with Big Tigger, man? I know I ain't put that in the thumbnail. What's up, Lady Love? Hey, I appreciate all the super chats and the gifts that I've been getting. Screw. Damn, I ain't making a nigga burp. What y'all think about Big Tigger, man? Big Tigger. You see how low down some of these women is? And I know men are too, but we ain't talking about the men right now. We talking about the Big Tigger situation. Who's seen the video? She took his phone. You were trying to get his phone back. You had a lady recording. Tigger, let her go. Tigger, let her go. Get up off her, Tigger. Tigger, get up off her. Then you got the female, like it's like he trying to hold her up and she falling all over and shit like that. Like she done rammed her head into the door and man, just all type of shit there. Like, what kind of red flags? Is that the same lady who daughter came was missing or something like that too? I think that might be the same lady. I think her daughter might have came up missing, if I'm not mistaken. Chat, what y'all think, chat? Is that the same lady? That daughter came up missing? And she just went on about her life? Got with Big Tigger? Y'all pretty like, do anybody know? Does anybody know if the lady that released the video or trying to put the charges on Big Tigger, if that's the same lady that, okay, think so. Oh shit, that should have been a red flag, right? Like you meet a lady, or did she tell you? You had to know, this shit too big. This shit too big, she put a couple out of it. So you meet a lady, name her child, and name her other child the same. So she got a baby with Big Tigger. He went for it. Don't tell Big Tigger went for that shit. You right, bro. You know what popped in my head when the female was trying to expose him. So, man, you know what? You can't put shit past these niggas anyway, man. You know, like, okay, now another man. Damn, what for that? She made it sound real good. I'm paying homage to my child and Big T, your ass should have stayed in the basement, man. For real, for real. What did everybody do for the 4th though? The ones that indulge and, you know, partake in festivity. Did everybody enjoy their 4th? Enjoy the fireworks? I remember he put Ghostface Killer out the basement, man. That shit was fucking hilarious, folks. What he put Ghostface out for? What he put Ghostface out for? Man, the basement used to be tough, though. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's when shit used to be, you know, it used to be good to turn that TV on, man. You know, you put the Kid Rap City. Then as the years went on, Tigger, his little freestyle got a little better. He could improv. His freestyle got a little better, man. But what's the name? Nolan. What is it? Nolan. Let me get into this though, man. Condolences to the family for one. It's a lot been going on, man. Let me say this, because a lot of folks say this when I read the comment. He said something about his mother and Tigger got on some bullshit. What he said his mom need to hurry up with that plate or something? Man, he just act like his mama, was it, you think his mama really was upstairs? But here we go, man. Nolan Wales, man. Nolan Wales. We got another case of, it's my thing anyway. Listen, man. All you black boys out here, man, I get it. You know, you're a product of your environment, where where you grow up in. I ain't never just thought it was just, I'm definitely not racist. Of course not. I always thought it was, weird when it be 15 white boys and one black guy. I always thought it was weird. Like, you the only black guy that want to hang out. Like, I always thought that was just saying weird. And because it often happens, shit like that be happening though. Like, I remember the black girl went on a trip, she went to Mexico, and she got thrown over the thing or choked or something. Like, it always be some bullshit that happens to the only black person. Look at all these movies they make, when it's just the black person amongst all the white people. I think it's not just a black thing, it's an environment thing. Look at those white people out here killing. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Lady Love? I'm talking about what I'm talking about. You talking about what you talking about. I'm talking about the black people hanging with all the white people. You talking about some more shit. What are you talking about? That ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. We know it's crime and shit going on. We know it's everybody killing, what you just said. I ain't said nobody, I ain't say no race was killing. I ain't say no race wasn't killing, and I know a race killing, everybody killing. I'm talking about being the only black man with a group of white people. Your ass often end up fucked up. That's what I'm talking about. At least when you be the white guy with all the black guys, you pick up some bad habits and you get accepted and shit like that. But hanging with a group of white people, in these days, they get left in the woods, and it be unexplained. And it always be, we don't know what happened, and these be your friends. These be the friends, or they've been friends forever, and then you just don't know what happened to them. How you don't know what happened to your friend? So, and then when I go back and look at the picture, it always be no foul play, right? When I go back and look at the picture, it always just, it makes sense, the black guy. The white boys killed him. What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, I guess it be, like I said, the environment. I guess he from a predominantly, staying in a predominantly white area, white school, probably went to an academy school or something like that. But it just always seemed like it happened more so than often when it be the black person with 15 or 20 white people, and he be their friend forever, but the black person be the one that end up dead, no foul play, he wandered off. They said the lady in Mexico got drunk and walked over the balcony or some shit like that. Now it be all type of little bullshit stories that go on when you be the only black person. They don't make movies with the only white person with a group of black people. It be some bullshit. It always be a white person, a group of black people. A group of white people doing some bullshit. So they're just saying, yeah, they need to stop being so goddamn trustworthy. I guess that's what it is. You stop going off so motherfucking much, you know? And I'm not talking about him, I'm just saying them in general, man. It's just be so much bullshit going on, though. For real, for real. Now here it is. These is friends, right? I'm gonna play a little bit of it. These is friends. One friend like this. Black friend breaks sides on his suspicious death. Here we go.
I'm 40 years old. Last month, I caught my wife crying in the bathroom because I couldn't get hard in bed. She wouldn't even look at me anymore. We're basically roommates, so I tried everything.
I mean,
Rhino 60.
A Mississippi fan.
basically, they guilty. You know what I'm saying? He left with y'all don't come back with me then. Y'all guilty. I never had a problem with black people. It's always been white people who scared me. They guilty though. Like this one of them cases where you gotta lock motherfuckers up. They saying the kids, social media done went on like dark mode to where you can't view it and stuff like that. Like you gotta lock them up. You know it was a foul play. They already done got lawyers. You see what I'm saying? This they friend. They saying it was a fight. So this the thing. This the thing though. This. Why all of them got lawyers? He had a problem with everybody. See, this when this shit be getting tricky. Like, this where, I ain't looking at the race. I'm trying to talk about it without the race. Like, far as once I dive deeper into it. Like, but if we all friends, like, how does that happen? That's all I'm saying. How does that really happen? If we all friends, how does somebody end up dead? Because I'm just saying, normally, it does happen. One-on-one fights, people die. Get hit the wrong spot. Temple, this and that, hit your head on some, people die. Kids panic. I can understand it. But normally, a one-on-one fight don't lead to a death. Four guys, right? So people were saying that it was some fighting amongst them. They were already planning it. You know what I'm saying? They was already having some type of little skirmish going out there before they went out there. Then they go out here to a secluded island. He don't come back, y'all bring his phone back. And now y'all got lawyers. I mean, it makes sense, Rich, got money, get some lawyers. But with the lawyers, they should be locked up, though.
Family is trying to cope with a heartbreaking update from volunteers searching for a missing teen. Searchers believe they found the body of 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells after he headed out on a boat trip with friends for July 4th and never came back. What happened out there on the water? Why was Nolan the only member of his friend group who didn't return to shore? And what is next in the search for answers? I'm going to be speaking with one of the members of the United Cajun Navy.
I don't even know. I do. I don't even know. I'm really just watching it with y'all. Everything that I seen been like 2-minute coverage of it. So this is the first one that's extensive. 20 minutes long crime. So yeah, even that fact. Even that. I don't know if he. I thought they said he was dumped. I heard he was dumped, and then whatever happened, it was foul play. Friends don't get lawyers off the bat. Not all of them. So that means all of them had something to do with it. Everybody feared for their life. What kind of story are they coming up with? Phones should be seized right now. They done showed you that you can't delete nothing. You can't delete nothing. They got iPhones. They got the iPhone 17 Max. Trust me. It's August the 7th. This shit happened on the 4th. They got lawyers Sunday. They got lawyers over the weekend. They got iPhone Max 17. So they can't delete nothing. We already been shown that if it's in your phone, you can't delete nothing. So, one of their mamas is a judge. They ain't supposed to be locked up though. Guilty. Like, I know you're guilty to proven innocent, but I guarantee I'm guilty to proven innocent. That's really what it is, goddamn. But once the autopsy come back, it's gonna let you know if it was some some type of struggle, if he had bruises, you know what I'm saying, some of that nature. And then once the shit gets serious, okay, everybody had lawyers, but at the same time, somebody finna have to wear this shit. So everybody ain't finna really have the science story. This ain't finna be one of the incidents where the science story gonna work. So what I'm saying is, somebody gonna tell. Somebody gonna tell. Somebody gonna tell. Cause I'm thinking to myself, I just can't see everybody. If everybody jumped on them, then okay. But that shit weird. That's why, man, I be saying, be sitting in this joint. And this is a segue to the next story. Sitting here, and my whole life, just went through partners, and not really just had like I said, a real friend. But and even though we was brought up different than how these people are, but it's like, man, you got to really trust. It's hard to trust, who you around. And sometimes other people issues become yours and you don't even know it. So you really got to watch who you fucking with.
Who was out there actively searching when the devastating news came in. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. July 4th, Independence Day. It's a holiday that a lot of people spend out in the water all across the United States, from beach days along the Atlantic to boat days on the lake. It's supposed to be just a great way to spend a hot summer day. But the water, as we know, also carries a lot of dangers.
Lemonade!
Sorry, kid, I don't get paid till Friday.
Just use Bridget and get up to $250 instantly.
We have, it's July. We have August, September, October. We have 3.5 months to still scoot around. Don't get a bullshit scooter now. Get a good scooter now.
And this small isle called Horn Island has now become
Let me say this bad time. Smoking trees every day. Let me say this too. Hit that like button. Man, I was sitting up once again and I just wanna get back into the groove like I've been doing lately. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've probably been on YouTube more so even of just shorts in the last 2 weeks than I've been in the last, month or so. I've been trying to be consistent. But I'm gonna do a way better job of what's going on, reflections. I'm gonna do a way better job of, you know what I'm saying, being consistent and just bringing content. That's because I want to get me a YouTube platform. You know what I'm saying? I think I want to set that goal, if possible. Try to get me a YouTube platform. You know what I'm saying? So in order to do that, I know I gotta be more consistent. I gotta be more on my shit because in real life, you know, I be chilling. I do things, move around, but I don't really just fuck with people like that. So I just, do me. I sent you a message through there. I responded to it. You somebody on YouTube, right? I said I appreciate you tuning in too, though. It good seeing you and hearing from you too, though.
In the center of a death investigation. So Horn Island is a long, thin barrier island south of Pascagoula, Mississippi. It's part of the Gulf Coast. It's only accessible by boat. This is according to the National Park Service, so limited accessibility, right? Now, according to family members and the Jackson County, Mississippi Sheriff's Office, 18-year-old Nolan Wells went to Horn Island with several friends.
What I'm saying, this is
Saturday. This young, fit wide receiver for the Southwest Mississippi Community College football team was last seen at around 3 p.m. that day. New York Post.
Definitely, you know what I'm saying? Definitely too much hate and jealousy, and I appreciate that. That was another kind of like inclination to just lock in and get back on my shit, not worry about nothing that I can't control. Tap in on the things that I can control, you know what I'm saying? And that's really where I'm at with it.
Reported that he was, quote, talking to a girl on the north end of Horn Island. When he was reported missing, multiple agencies jumped into action. The United Cajun Navy, their incident commander, Josh Gill, posted about the search on Facebook over the weekend.
About 6'1", 180 pounds, was last seen on that north end of Horn Island. Guys, he hasn't been found. Okay, he was last talking to
6'1", 180 pounds. How big was Carmelo Anthony? 5'11"? Was he 180 pounds too?
girl on that north end. He went out to Horn Island with some buddies yesterday out on a boat. He's not been heard from in close to 24 hours. So guys, if you're out there fishing, if you're out there, jet skiing, doing whatever you guys are doing, keep your eyes out for Nolan.
Now, I'm going to be speaking with the Cajun Navy's Vice President, Brian Trasher, in just a moment. I want to get a better sense of what the search was like because he was actively searching for Nolan when it's believed Nolan's body was found. Nolan's mom, Christine, got a hold of these photos that Nolan had apparently taken with friends aboard a boat the day that he went missing. She flooded social media with these photos, asking for anyone with information to get in touch with authorities. And it's unclear so far what Nolan's friends told law enforcement, told authorities when they...
You see what I'm saying, though? Man, I definitely appreciate it. You see what I'm saying, though? This is my first time seeing it, though. Not a black person in sight, though. Like, ain't nothing wrong with it, but damn, it's incidents like this. They thought about self. Lawyered up. ASAP. It wasn't not one person said, man, let me sit back. Let me stay with Nolan. Let me. Cold turkey.
When they reported they couldn't find him. But according...
You don't need a speaker. Your phone's real volume is locked. I'm about to show you a secret that the Android industry does.
Right. You know, every now and then let them ads and shit play. You know, cause I don't be on her bed and ask for nothing. Let them ads play. You know, the longer you watch it, it's a little watch time, man. You know. And appreciate all the new subscribers from last month to this month. I had like 90 subscribers, so I appreciate that. Hopefully we can get 100 this month and, you know, maybe 1,000 the next month. You know, I'm trying to go on the run. I'm still streaming 24/7. But let me say this. Let me get back into this. I know. All right. I was tired as hell. Out here working, and this sun that we dealing with, man, listen. When I get in, then doing push-ups, man, I can't do nothing but lay down. So if I would have been on 24/7, y'all would have been seeing me laid on the couch, laid on the recliner, just a lot of fighting to stay up. For real, for real. Feel like I took a Delilah or some shit.
But according to the sheriff's office, it was a park ranger that spotted a body at around 8:45 a.m. Monday morning. Authorities haven't officially released an identity. They're apparently still waiting for DNA test results. But media outlet WAPT in Jackson reported that the coroner...
They still playing dumb. Is it a black body? Shit, y'all ain't been looking for nobody. He the only body missing. As of right now, they still playing dumb.
Said there's no reason to believe it's not Nolan.
Right.
According to TMZ, the body was in the water near the northwest end of the island. WAPT also reports that an autopsy is planned for today.
Oh, so he wasn't on the island. They dumped him in the water. Was he on the island, or did he just say they? He said the body was in the water.
Tuesday, and we can learn a lot more once those results are released, but that could potentially be weeks from now. In the meantime, his family is just trying to come to grips with the fact that this happened, that this young man, a college sophomore known for showing off his skills in the football field with his whole life ahead of him, is now dead. Died during what was just supposed to be a day out on the water. And Christine confirmed this heartbreaking development in a Facebook post. Quote, I want to thank our family, friends, community, United Cajun Navy, local law enforcement, and everyone involved for all the love, support, resources over the last few days. His father, our family, friends, and I are absolutely...
He should have took one of their ass in the water with him. That's what he should have did. Bam.
Absolutely devastated. heartbroken for my sweet son who is always willing to cheer and uplift others. Nolan was a special soul. God took his time creating our son. I ask that you please give me and my family time to grieve. Southwest Mississippi Community College's president also released a statement saying, quote, "The entire Southwest family is heartbroken as we mourn the tragic loss of Nolan Wells. Nolan was an exemplary student, athlete, friend, and teammate. We remember Nolan as a well-respected young man who was very popular among friends, faculty, and staff. We love Nolan, and he will be greatly missed in many ways. Our continued prayers will be with the Wells family now and in the days to come." At first, Christine had put out this message on Facebook saying that no GoFundMe had been set up yet, and that any pages that were set up, it was a scam. Unfortunately, we've seen this before in other cases, someone taking advantage of what is already a tragic situation. But since then, a friend did set up an official fundraiser. We're going to put a link to it in the episode notes if you want to contribute, donate, support in some way. And according to the GoFundMe page, quote, "Funds raised will be used for funeral and memorial expenses, celebration."
Is it just like custom now? I guess, especially when stuff be in the media, to like set up a GoFundMe. I'm not, because I don't think a GoFundMe was needed for the funeral. I'm just saying they said a GoFundMe is set up for the funeral and the memorial. Now, which this is the time for things, you know, of their nature for people to, you know, do that. But I'm just saying, what's the purpose of a GoFundMe though? Like, just being real. Like, I feel like funerals should be like more personal. Like your family should handle this shit though. Especially if they gathered. Now, if people just want to donate to the cause, then it's different. But what's the purpose of a GoFundMe? Like, what is a GoFundMe for generally? Cause this ain't like motherfucker with money put up. Like, it's just what's going on. Motherfucker really be needing GoFundMe. Do they really? Can they get it? Where are these generous ass people at? You know?
Of life services and any additional costs associated with honoring Nolan's memory. Any remaining funds will help support the
So you don't think they got insurance?
Family as they navigate the difficult days ahead. How did we get here? What went wrong? What led to a young man losing his life? When Nolan disappeared, a lot of people jumped in to help with the search, including what's called the United Cajun Navy. Hey, let me say something real quick. Look, running a business, that's tough enough, but why make it harder doing things manually, relying on dozens of apps that don't really talk to each other? Well, that's where our sponsor, Odoo, comes in. So Odoo is an all-in-one business management platform with a full suite of integrated apps that seamlessly connect all your operations, from sales and accounting to manufacturing and even shipping. Odoo can automatically generate professional, sleek-looking sales orders and invoices and vendor.
Shit, when shit go on in my family, man, we just, you know, we family up. A lot of people have money but no insurance. I seen how nice that shit was, though. Motherfucker got insurance, though. We got car insurance. You mean to tell you got car insurance, don't got insurance on your kid? You bullshit. I don't believe. I think we just live in a world where, man, motherfuckers just big in that though. Just being real, motherfuckers just big in that though. It's easy to beg, and we live in a sympathy world to where shit, that's just what's going on. Cause be wrong. I doubt they did. Most people don't think young people are born to die. That's true though. But that's true. You can't argue that.
Bills, and it can automatically assign sales teams and send email updates through each sales stage, and even use AI to pull reports that help with your decision making. So for manufacturing, their apps can sync inventory with real-time production and purchase updates, so you never run out of stock. When it comes time for accounting,
I ain't buying that shit, E-Boy. Do you hear me? You folks say the goddamn thing. They definitely should have been able to afford it. Exactly. You might go to Ivy League school, man. We got insurance on him, man. Stop it, man. They weren't paying for the college. He got a full. He went to an Ivy League high school. That shit takes money. You could tell by all these white boys he hanging out with. He around some little money. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time a nigga really hanging out with a lot of white boys. When he from a different background. That's the only time you privileged to be around them like that in a normal setting. It's when you from a different background, because on the normal shit you ain't have it. You around 50, you the only white, you the only black boy? Come on, y'all, think about it. Man, you doing well in life. You shitting me? Man, play football, man. You don't think them folk got insurance on me? Play football, he can get hurt, a spine injury, anything. Man, they got some goddamn insurance on him. They weren't paying.
Also, fully automated, Odoo can create invoices, track expenses, and even summarize data with AI to save you hundreds of hours. You know what the best part is? You can choose your apps and even build custom workflows, so it's all fully tailored to your business's needs.
And Miss Muffin, it's a lot of people that do have, they probably work together too, though. My grandma had life insurance on me since I was a little boy. You see what I'm saying? So, I just know that I bet you got insurance on your kid. Do you got insurance on your kid? Yeah, we try to make it. They were upper class black people. They had insurance on Nolan. Man, this shit just getting out of hand with the GoFundMe. How much is a funeral? How much does it cost to bury a child? You see what they said, and living expenses as we navigate. Y'all already straight. He was on the scholarship. We ain't talking about the scholarship, lady, look. God damn, we talking about the high school. High school. Before he got the scholarship. I don't get that, Miss Bubba. I'm saying they could at least afford it. Mean nothing because they were upper class. That means upper class people most likely had their priorities together. For the most part though. See, when you dealing with people that be on eye level and shit, like, yeah, I'm on my level. Yeah, most of the time we ain't got our shit together. You know, we need shit like that. We got to take from Peter to pay Paul. But when you upper class and you doing shit the right way, you got your priorities together. That's all I'm saying. So you could think for you. I guarantee you, since you saying it, right? If you go find 1, 2, 4, like your sister probably ain't. We ain't talking about your sister though, Miss Muffin. Here you go trying to take a personal. If you right though, okay. If you go find 200 people who upper or middle class. And ask do they got life insurance on their kids and see what they say. But then you go find the people who like us, who below middle class, who still bills like that. Then we might not have insurance on all our kids and us and shit like that and all our properties. But when you got these folks who 30 to 80 to bad child, 30 to 80 to bury, where you stay at? What's wrong with you? If you paying 30 to 80,000 to bury, that's why they got y'all. That's why they got GoFundMe for people like you. For people like you that think to put a person in the ground costs $30 to $80,000. Man, listen here. Get that shit to my kids. Motherfucker, $30,000. That's hip hop shit. You spent that much to bury somebody in your life? I'm just asking you. I got a doctor. I had to sip a little wine. We talking about the typical burial. That shit can be $250,000. That's just like a car. The prices can vary. But if you Google right now how much it costs to bury somebody, I guarantee it's not gonna say $30,000 to $80,000. It's gonna take you about $15 motherfucking $1,000 to bury somebody. Right now, $12,000. Now, if you want to have horses, carriage, 1,500 people there, 2,000 programs, a big recession, or what's it called? Recession. 10 people singing. $5,000 worth of flowers. My father was buried for $8,000. So that's why I don't even want to get why you could even sympathize with some. I don't know nobody. Man, listen. All right, put me in the ground. Put me in the ground. $30,000 in life real. So, going back to what I'm saying though, I think the GoFundMe shit though, you know, like, shit get out of hand.
Take your business to the next level by consulting with an Odoo expert today for free at odoo.com/sidebar. When Nolan disappeared, a lot of people jumped in to help with the search, including.
Now, Ms. Muffet said her sister could afford insurance, but she ain't have it. But I guarantee your sister don't have a son that played football, went high school, and he went to college. So 9 times out of 10, you went to somebody who got you. I would have flew to anywhere. Condolences, but I would have had my daughter cremated in Mississippi some damn where. Hell nah. Honestly, cremation is a lot more affordable. I thought cremation was cheaper, so that's what I'm saying. This shit crazy. How is cremation cost more than? Jesus, man. Lady love, what does that have to do with? I'm finna Google this shit. You see Google. I got to start fact checking stuff, man. How much does it cost to cremate a body? Hold on. I'm all over the place. How much it costs for cremation in Colorado?
Cremation in Colorado generally costs between $750 and $3,000, depending on the services. Direct cremation, which includes transportation, permits, and the cremation itself, averages around $1,678, while options can start as low as $750.
What was this? Anything. So who charged you $30,000? And you should have Googled it. In Tennessee, it's almost 10K. It ain't no 10K to cremate. Y'all win. Y'all know. Y'all know. Cremation in Colorado range from direct cremations from $1,600 from direct to $7,900 to $7,300. Traditional funeral cremation. They must have paid 30 racks for a big funeral service. Yes, it is. Just cremated my stepson 2 years ago. Well, I know somebody that got cremated 2 years ago, and it wasn't no 10K. So I don't know what y'all doing. Shit, my cousin that got buried for $12,000 last year, and so I don't know what's going on. So at the end of the day, it's overcharged. So you make it say like this, that ain't the standard price though. They're just like, so we just gonna say that then. They charging anything. You know what I'm saying? Just like you can get buried for anything. they charging anything. Yeah. They charging just who you go to. Exactly, who you go to. You know, they can put their own price on it. That's what that is. So they can tell you whatever. Damn. That's why people get into the funeral business. Excuses. It don't cost $30,000 though. Ain't no service. They charge $30,000 to cremate. They winning. I feel you know, ooh-wee.
Rent?
You know what? My old high school, Justin Ford. You know they got the Ford funeral home. I remember I ran into him and I was telling him, I was like, bro, I want to work for the funeral home when I first got out of jail, right? And he's like, man, don't just pull up. You know, you're working with everybody now. They're gonna be doing this, doing that. I see why. They've been in the funeral home business for 30, 40 years. It ain't going nowhere. And when you could just charge what you want to charge you $7,500. I'm gonna charge you $15. I'm gonna charge you $12. Now you know you can have a funeral service at your house and save yourself some pocket. Ain't nobody doing that. Yo, come on, you money.
Rent's due tomorrow and I'm $100 short. This is the 1 week I forget about street sweeping. That $100 was supposed to go to my rent, not...
Including what is called the United Cajun Navy. I want to welcome in Brian Trasher, Vice President of the Cajun Navy. He was part of this weekend search that, as we just talked about, came to such a tragic conclusion. Brian, thanks so much for coming on. I'm so sorry. You know, I know you're part of a lot of...
How you feel about that? A funeral at the house. I'm just saying, it's an option, family. Yeah, it's an option.
Searches, and when something like this
It's awesome.
Results, it's one thing for it to be incredibly difficult for the family and friends of.
They charge 10,000, almost 10,000 for cremation, 30,000 in Denver. That's absurd. It's very lucrative, man. It's very lucrative. Man, it's just like the prison system, like.
Nolan, but I imagine for you as well, this is a tough time. And my understanding is that you were actually in the air above the island when the call came in that a body had been found?
That's correct. Yeah, the on Sunday, the 5th of July, we had a rescue specialist and a drone operator go out on a boat. And they spent several hours out there around the island, and they were not successful in finding any clues. So that's when we decided to do aerial reconnaissance. So yesterday morning at first light, I went up in
a question says, why did they make all their social media accounts private? Why did they make all their social media accounts private?
a single engine, fixed wing aircraft, and flew basically.
Shit, why they still on social media?
The grid around Horn Island, Ship Island, which are Barrier Islands just south of Biloxi and Pascagoula, Mississippi, down to Chandelier Islands, which is actually part of Louisiana, but just due south of those Barrier Islands, and looking for any kind of activity. And then, as we flew over the northwest tip of Horn Island, going back north, we noticed there was a couple of boats beached up on the beach that were not there before. And I could look down and I could see that something was going on. And then we made a circle around. By that time, a lot more law enforcement boats were showing up. And before you know it, they had, probably a dozen boats huddled up on the beach there. So we knew that they were setting up a command center.
What was this search effort like? I mean, I know that there was multiple people involved in it. What was it like from the start of it? And how quickly did you mobilize to provide support?
So I think we got the first call on the evening of the 4th of July when it was starting to, get dark and Nolan nobody had heard from him and he wasn't home. And then.
Condolences to everybody who done lost a child too, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that feeling. I don't want to experience that feeling, but condolences to everybody who done lost a child. Or, you know what I'm saying? Somebody near and dear to them as well, too. So once again, condolences to the family. It's another one of those situations where I'm sure it's going to be life altering. So I wasn't trying to say anything about the GoFundMe because I know, like I said, it's a time to where, hey, you wanted to pitch in, but I think it's just something, a lot of this shit just done became out of control.
That the next morning on the 5th, I think somebody took his mother out on a boat back to the island to look around, and that's when we started calling some of our volunteers from our Mississippi chapter, and mobilized a couple of volunteers, like I said, in a boat, and went out there and started searching. On the official side, you had I think the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, you had the Mississippi or the Marine Patrol, I'm not sure if they're a county or a state agency, and then the Horn Island's part of the National Golf Park Island Seashore, I think is what it's called, and they have park rangers who do a great job keeping a lot of recreational boaters and swimmers and stuff safe, and it was one of those rangers that actually ended up discovering Nola's remains yesterday morning about 8:45 Central.
I want to talk about that in a minute because I have some questions about the potential remains here. First of all, what resources do the United Cajun Navy provide that traditional law enforcement or other agencies just don't have? I mean, what role do you play? I mean, it's interesting. We've talked about it, about how they maybe should be allowed to assist in the Nancy Guthrie investigation, but just generally speaking, what kind of resources do you provide?
We have a lot of the same type of resources that state and local law enforcement agencies will have when it comes to, boats, aircraft, canine dogs, drones. The difference is that we can usually deploy them a lot faster, and that's usually only because we don't have as many sort of protocols and permissions, I'll say, to go through to make that call and to put the resources out there.
I don't call him no coon. I don't think that was the right verbiage. You know what I'm saying? Get out, my guy. Or my woman. But like I said, there always be the unexplained. Go on, though.
Fortunately, because of the system where we have chapters in every state, we keep an active database of special skilled volunteers that are usually at the ready, and we can deploy them pretty quickly. And it's not that we replace those agencies, but we're a force multiplier, and a lot of times it's easier for, say, a sheriff or a mayor or somebody to say, hey, I'm getting my guys together, we're going through all our paperwork or whatever, but like you guys go. You guys go do what you do and let us know if you find something. And that's typically how it happens.
Just throw this out here, though. Because, you know, in this world we live in, everything becomes so black, white, black, white, black, white, right? But I have been hearing this, yeah, he was black. I have been hearing this sentiment a lot lately, though, right? I'm gonna come back to it.
Happens. That's typically how the relationship works.
This body that was found, do you have any idea the condition of the body, the status of the body? Because when we hear that they need to do some more forensic testing, DNA testing to confirm the identity, is that standard operating procedure, or was the body in such a condition, from what you know, that you couldn't make a readily identifiable, whether?
No, and then like black people shake my damn head.
Whether it was Nolan or not, you can't make a clear identification just by looking at the remains.
Yeah, I saw the body from about 300 feet in the air, but so I wouldn't be able to tell you like exact condition. I can tell you that it did not appear to be waterlogged. It was only in the water for a couple days, but nevertheless, the sheriff's office put out a statement saying that they had no reason to believe it was not Nolan. So I think they were pretty confident it was. I think the reason for the delay in the official
first rule of young adulting: never leave anyone behind, never not help. It was other black people with him. Watch the video. Shit, it wasn't no black people with him when he went on that boat. It ain't no black people that's in his circle. All the people I see him taking pictures with these white boys. It might have been some black people out there. Yeah, I seen the video where there was a whole lot of people out there. So it might have been some black people out there. But, you know, y'all don't be falling for the trolls, right? Anybody that came to this young dude don't like black people, and man, don't fall for this shit.
Announcement is that I don't think the coroner can sign the death certificate until he gets DNA evidence proving it is who they're, the person they're saying is deceased, is actually them. So I think it's just a formality, to be honest with you. But I believe that the family.
Yeah, picture he take though, in his circle, in his free time, is with white boys though, y'all.
Or somebody in the family did identify Nolan, and because they put out their own statement acknowledging that it was his remains that were found and that he had in fact died.
Just to clarify something, why wasn't the body spotted earlier?
I think that I can tell you that I've started flying over the island, that part of the island where the body washed up, approximately 6:30 a.m. And I believe he was spotted by a park ranger at 8:45. My belief is that he just washed up within that time period because we were flying kind of a long grid north and south. And I think he just washed up and park ranger just doing his,
Lady Love. Ain't nobody saying there's no race thing. I ain't never said there was no race thing. I'm just pointing out the obvious. When this type of shit happen. I'm just pointing out the obvious. The obvious is a white person and some black, white boys and a black dude. So I don't get that type of saying. Shit, it is what it is. But saying is, ain't nobody, I'm not saying it was some racist shit involved, period. You know what I'm saying? Because it was friends, supposed to be friends. My whole thing was, it always happened to the black people. The mysterious shit. When the black person be the odd person with the white guys, or it always be some unexplainable shit that go on. That's all I'm saying.
doing his normal runs in the morning, but also too, given the situation, I'm sure they were a little more hyper aware and probably a little more head on a swivel on the island, knowing what happened and what was going on. But yeah, I was told that it was about 8:45 when a ranger spotted, called it in, because I did see a long line of emergency boats coming in heading southwest toward the northwest tip of the island. And I thought it was just,
I don't know if he was racist, hung with racist people. I don't know none of it. I just know from my lifetime, I done hung with white people, I know white people. It ain't nothing wrong with white people, family members. Excuse me. I'm just saying in my lifetime, from watching the unexplainable shit that go on, it never be flip-flop. It never be the white boy that grew up with the black person that, he might get turned out on some, ways, but it never be no bullshit like that. I ain't saying it don't happen, but just through history, more so it be, or when it be the movies, it be the black person that be with all of the white people, and some weird shit get to going on, some unexplainable stuff get to going on. That's all I'm saying. So I don't give a fuck about the racism part. That never was my point of it. I'm just saying the unexplainable stuff go on. That's it. Racism is, touchy subject and all that. That's what people do, turn it about racism. If you don't take number one person to say something about racism, then at the end of the day, you would have a white person saying this, you would have a black person saying this, and then there you go. We having a race talk. And the point that I was making at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about the race. Right, wrong is wrong. I was just making a personal observation. And that personal observation happens to be between white and black people at the end of the day. It don't have nothing to do with, I didn't say this group was racist or this person was, I'm just saying the unknown happen more so often when the black person be with the group of white people. They never know what happened, or it be some bullshit. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So, I ain't.
Originally, I thought it was just another search party going out, but I think they were actually responding to that call.
By the way, can we clarify the timeline a little bit? So, did Nolan's friends report him missing while they were still at Horn Island, or did they have to come back? I mean, how long?
Agreed. Is it a sin to gossip as a Christian?
Yeah, gossip can definitely be a tricky thing. The Bible actually talks a lot about it. Like in Proverbs, it says gossip can stir up.
They were horse playing.
How long was he allegedly gone before authorities were notified?
So the story which was told to me was that at approximately 3 p.m., his friend group that he had gone to the island with decided they were going to leave. They had to get back, and Nolan had started talking to. I was told it was a young female, but he was talking to some other people. Had decided that, hey, I'm going to hang back. I can get a ride back with somebody else. He hangs out with this group all the time. They've been to this island together a bunch of times. It probably at the time didn't seem like a big deal to his friends to say, okay, you want to, go holler at that girl, and maybe if she'll give you a ride back, then that's cool. We'll see you when we get home. That's the way it was explained to me. Later on, when it got to be, after dark and nobody had heard from him, but they also, somehow or another, his phone ended up staying on the boat that his friend.
You heard what I said? When it's the other way around, I said they might pick up some bad habits, some black people shit, you know what I'm saying? But it never be some unexplainable stuff that go on, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, black people gonna have, they gonna bully you. I ain't saying that's a good thing, not all black people. They gonna test you a little bit. But once you meet that, it is what it is, you accept it. But all races test you, if that's the case, just in different ways. But when you a white person and you stand in a predominantly black neighborhood, I'm talking about the hood now, not no suburb. When you stand in the hood, they gonna be some shit. Yeah, they testing me, shit. So it ain't about you then, everybody get tested. We lost all the criminal
friends were on. So they had his phone. So they brought it back to his mother. So he had no way of communicating unless he borrowed somebody's phone. But nevertheless, the sequence of events.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna tell them folks to put you out. But I don't really be liking a person that just say dumb shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you full of dumb shit though.
Transpired after approximately 3 p.m. to when he went into the water. That's what remains a mystery. The police might know. I'm sure they know a lot more detail than I do. That's just how much has been told to me so far.
Based on your experience, do you have a theory as to what may have happened here?
Yeah, I think that he either tried to swim out for some reason, either to try to get on a boat or to go, catch up with somebody or whatnot. And there was a pretty strong rip coming off that part of the island that day. And even though he's a really athletic kid, it was a strong rip. It would have been hard for anybody to maintain control. And he might have gotten carried out, and he may have drowned that way. Or, and again, I hate to even suggest anything that sounds like a conspiracy theory, but I'm just saying it's a possibility that he got on another boat and maybe MOB'd and drowned that way and then washed back up. He did not, my opinion is that when he went into the water, however he got into the water, he didn't go that far out before he drowned because it only took like a couple of days for him to drift right back south to the tip of the island, same tip of the island where he was last seen. Had he gone a lot further out, he probably would have gotten sucked into the ship channel and pushed way further south toward the Chandelier Islands.
And to be clear, I mean, nobody has indicated foul play, right? I mean, that could change, but you haven't heard anything to suggest foul play?
Nobody except the Facebook detectives.
Mm-hmm. It is interesting when you look at...
See, already, though. Already. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I don't like how he sound, though. I don't like how it's like. I don't like how it sound, y'all. I don't like how This guy sound fishy. It sound fishy, man. The man gave you two scenarios where this guy who took a boat, they took a boat to the island. He said he wanted, fucking, I'm finna swim. I'm finna swim out there to a boat. He took a boat to the island, but it's time to swim. He decided to swim. No life jacket. No nothing. Nothing, right? Y'all already trying to cover it up. Yeah, we gotta win this one, y'all. We gotta win this one. Y'all. I don't know what's going on. Man, that shit sounds set up already.
Some of the photos, I don't see a life vest or anything like that. Is that something that stood out to you?
A life vest on, you mean like when they were on the boat? Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, state law says that if you're 14 years or older, you don't have to physically wear a life vest on a boat. You do have to have it out. You have to have it available and out to where you can easily access it. But there's at their age, at 18 years old, there's no law that says they're required to wear a PFD while on a boat. In the pictures that I saw, I'm not even sure if the boat was
Man, y'all see how far that damn island is from
moving, and if the boat's at anchor, there's definitely no law that says you have to have a PFD on.
Right.
Then.
What was the weather like? Did that play a factor, you think?
I think that the only thing about the weather that's of note is that it was extremely hot and the UV index was really high. So if those guys weren't drinking a lot of water, they could have been dehydrated, possible sunstroke. It could have just sort of, the sun can drain energy out of you. So even though I said he was young and athletic, by the time he got into the water, he might have been in a weakened state and didn't even know it.
Can you just talk to us a little bit more about Horn Island, what we should know about it? Because I understand it's not very big, there aren't any buildings or anything like that, but it seems like a really popular...
You know what? That's what I was thinking about, bro. Willie D popped in my head, because I know Willie D already saying they murdered him. I know Willie D already saying they murdered him. You know what I'm saying? I know what Willie D saying. So, man, this shit crazy. Man saying the man took out swimming. So, okay, we got some middle class, upper class white kids who went over there with him. So according to this guy, they left him. They had to get back. They left him because he was talking to a girl. Right. So like you said, what happened to the girl? He stayed back to get a ride, to jump on the boat with the girl. KKK. That ain't making sense though, like. No, bro. Just listening to it so far though, it sounds like they kind of got a bullshit narrative going though. He stayed back to talk to a girl. So like she said, like Lady Love said, if he stayed back to talk to a girl, then obviously he was assuming to, I guess, ride back. He was just gonna hitch a ride back with anybody. So it ain't making sense. If he stayed back to talk to a girl, how did he end up swimming? What made him decide to hit the water and swim? I just don't think that this upper class Ivy League black boy who rowed a boat over there would try to take on the ocean and the waves. I think he's smarter than that.
Popular destination, but it's limited accessibility.
That's correct. So Horn Island, like I said, it's probably about 10, 12 miles off the coast of, it stretches probably from about the city of Biloxi to the city of Pascagoula, which borders Harrison and Jackson counties on the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
You can hear somebody saying you're not getting on this boat. Damn, for real? I gotta go back and do my research. This is crazy. So why would his friends leave him then? You see what I'm saying? Like, all right.
It's a very popular recreational destination. It is uninhabited. There's some very pretty beaches. You know, when it's not too windy, the water's pretty clear. The temperature was in the high 70s. It's 4th of July. Obviously, it's a crowded day. Everybody out. But yeah, the only way to get there is to by boat or maybe like presumably like an aircraft or something. But for the most part, people go out there by boat.
By boat or aircraft is the only way to get there. They got into it.
Just leisurely hang out in the water and have fun.
So that's what I'm saying. Why is this guy here? He not even mentioning it? He haven't said. I heard about they got into it. He ain't mentioned it one time. So this happened on the 4th. This is Tuesday. This is 3 hours ago. So this is 3 days later. You know he heard about it. You out here searching. You know he heard about it. So the cover up is already in effect, though. Especially on the local level.
Same thing with Ship Island. Ship Island is just to the west, and that island has a historic Fort Massachusetts. It's been there since 1861. Another popular place for people to hang out. All the barrier islands along this.
And once again, now y'all, this is Mississippi. Mississippi, as we know, is historically one of the the most racist places in the United States of America. They do all type of shit in Mississippi. This just goes back to what we were saying the other night. The whole South is, for the most part, racist. Like, we might have some good parts of it and did this and that, but the whole South, from Florida to Georgia to Mississippi to Tennessee to Louisiana to Carolina to the South, it has some racist parts and some, some prejudice, whether it's both sides, but it's a lot of people that still inherit their old way of living and old thought ideology, and it's showing you that, I'm not even saying with this, but if they can, they'll try to get away with it though. Just in today's form though, like, if they can, they'll try to get away with it. And those be quote unquote hate crimes. From day one, before he was reported missing, they told his mama they don't know nothing. Now all of a sudden it's a girl involved, right? Now this is one of them jacks where, you know, like, man, and maybe he uninformed. Maybe they put the wrong person on her to speak about it. You know, he just supposed to find people. I don't think he supposed to be giving his narrative on what happened. You supposed to look, search, find. Not give your opinion on the details. That's why he said the police know more than him. So right now, he just like me. We giving an opinion. So maybe he don't know a lot. Killed him over a girl. He was good looking. They just gave themselves away. They killed him over a girl. Man, ain't no they fighting over no girl. They what teenager leaving the phone and you're on that. I thought they said they had his phone. I thought they returned the phone to his parents. I let love and have me reporting on your ass. You gonna show people around. Chris ain't grow up in Colorado. He just picked you was trolling. Chris ain't grow up in Colorado. It just clicked. You was trolling, man. Damn it. Look bad. Tell me what's going on, man. We call Lady Love the Swiss Army knife. The damn multi-purpose, multifunctional knife. If you tune in a little more, you'll know she done been on a lot of walks of life though. She been a chef, a DJ. Nolan left it on the boat and they gave it to his mom. Right. He left his phone on the boat. He left his phone on the boat. But he trying to go talk to a girl. He ain't trying to get a number. So he ain't trying to get his number. He ain't trying to get a contact with her. So they shouldn't even made that statement. They would have been better off. You let you know these dumbass kids though. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these kids that do this dumb shit, they do this dumb shit for no reason. I mean, murder is murder. You would have been better off throwing my phone in the water. You know, there's an ocean out there, y'all. I would have fallen in the water. Y'all take the phone. You don't think my head, my light bulb gonna go out? These some dumbass. I see why they got a lawyer. They did it. They so dumb. Yeah, that's why they got lawyers. Like whoever they got lawyers. Whoever dumbass went and took the phone back to the house, that's the one who watched it. That's the one who gonna tell. Whichever one rung the doorbell and gave the phone back, that's who gonna tell. That's the one who ain't had nothing to do with it. That's the one who sat back and watched the other two white guys choke him out or whatever happened. Watched him hit his head or whatever they finna claim. Guess what happened? Go, what's going on? Maybe he took a pill that had Yeah. That man said he stayed back to talk to a girl later. He stayed back to talk to a girl. When he left his phone. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. So, and that just don't. Man, I'm finna get her number. I'm not letting my ride leave. Not letting my ride leave. Nah, I'm finna get her number. Finna get her number. So, like I said, this white guy really wasn't supposed to be the spokesman for them, though, man.
Mississippi on the weekends, you see just a lot of boats. You know, sort of like the Outer Banks of the Carolinas. It's just a popular recreational destination.
Are you still a part of this in any way, this investigation? Are you in contact with law enforcement? Are you in contact with the family? Is there any information that you're going to be getting as this progresses? Because even an autopsy can take some time before the results are released. And I'm just curious what information you might be having access to.
Need one-on-one tutoring for your child? I've got just the thing, readability.
Let's read.
Yeah, we're not part of the investigation. You know, we're not policemen. We're not journalists. We are strictly brought in because we're really good at finding people that are missing. And that's sort of our role once it was right.
You calling saying they ain't jumped him over no one female.
Radioed up to me in the plane that there was a recovery. We did a couple of circles, just looking at the TOC that they were.
Just like kids that do shit that's not well thought out. That's what it is. You know, when you teenagers and you doing grown people shit, it's not thought out. In my opinion, you know, that just sound good. It's females there. He stayed back to talk to a female. That's the best thing they could think of. I doubt he was talking to all of their girls and they all got mad and said we finna beat him up. And we came over there with him.
They were setting up there on the beach, and then we just returned to base. And my team was already en route to I think it was the Mars Lake boat launch in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, where they had kind of the law enforcement had set the staging.
Killing that boy, I really believe that there was something, man. He just gonna kill somebody because this man, the first person to say something about a girl. So he the first person to say something about a girl, Miss Muffin. See, I ain't know that. I'm trying to see what did I hear earlier. What did I hear? Taking a bed at 10, stop, cardiac arrest. Man, hopefully everything go all right with you though. We'll be praying for you, for real. Maybe Nolan shoved one of them and they had self-defense. He shoved one of them and they jumped him. That's what I'm saying. How does it decide when friends decide who we jump? Because if we all go over here together, we bros. So maybe he was kicking somebody's ass and he didn't want to stop. How you in a bed though? He got to have some marks on him. He got to have some marks on him. He got to have some abrasions. He have to. Some type of blunt force trauma. Man, definitely keep you in spirit though, prayer though. It really is. Man, it was another case I wanted to talk about. Shit. You know, we've been too, man, what y'all think about the situation out of South Carolina though? The parents who been charged with murder of their baby girl, 4-year-old, came up, well, they reported it missing, but it said that the child had probably been missing a month before they reported her. And she had a new baby. You know, what y'all think about this scenario? What y'all think about parents who get wrapped up in these type of crimes? You know, I'm not trying to judge nobody, but what do y'all think about the parents who find themselves in situations where, excuse me, they wind up doing something to their child, or, you know, it's definitely something that don't sit right about his friend. You know, it's fishy. You know, it could be just, now let me say this. Somebody said that one of their parents was a judge. So, you already got, and most judges come from being lawyers. So, automatically you got the best advice. You got the best advice. Javia Harris, yeah, that was definitely a sad story. You got the best advice, so that could just be a tactic. Hey, everybody stop, shut this down, social, lawyer up. Excuse me. And what do y'all think about the parents though? You know, I feel like it's so many just avenues and, you know, that you could do before you just give up on your child. Far as, you know, shit, give them away before you harm them, is what I'm saying though. Like, put yourself in the bind, child in the bind, like, it don't even be worth it. And I know people have moments where they go through depression, up and down, life, and, you know, kids can be stressful. Kids can be stressful, but you gotta think a little more, move better. You know, for real. About to, I tell the story right quick, bro. I hope you still, we all heard about that. Man, you gotta get you one of these motherfucking electric scooters. You talking about hiking under the jet. Man, we're gonna watch another true crime another night. I seen the case, I was like, damn, like it's a lot going on in this world though. You know, one thing about YouTube or these social media outlets, you know, they can be useful in that standpoint. Just then you know what's up. Yeah, they found about it. Then you know what's going on around the world and law and crime, true crime, little forensic channels just keep you just, you know, just engage with a lot of the shit that's going on around this world. Or like people really fucked up. Hear about the man Clarksville, Tennessee. Nah, I ain't heard about that, but I heard about what was this? Dream Dog Breed. They was trying to say, I seen Willie D had it on his page saying it was a trap or a setup or something like that. I could be wrong with saying it was a setup. Maybe he said it was a trap. But just an incident where just wrong place, wrong time. You know, fight break out from what I'm hearing. Some females break out into a fight. Some males get involved. Maybe a few of the males get into a car, in which they supposed to have been family members, and you know, shit, they shoot the car up. And as a result of that, you know, she was on the line. So, man, it's just so much going on, though, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot going on out here in this world, man. So you gotta stay focused and keep your head on swivel, pray, try to be as positive as possible. Watch your back, though. You gotta watch your back. And like I said earlier, man, you know, we can't control what we can't control. You know, once I feel like, you know, we get a grasp on that and just lock in on what we need to lock in with, shit'll start going better, though. Man, it's a lot of that going on, man. It's a lot of parents killing their kids going on across this country, but just definitely shit in the United States. Like people just waking up and decide, man, they ain't want their kids no more. They, you know, shit's sad. Begging them, taking to the hospital. I seen the incident where the was it Clarksville, Tennessee? Is that the incident where the pool, the daughter drowned in the pool? Was it that? The lady said she told him not to even, you know, take him to the pool. You know what, I be thinking about this shit too, like here you go. I'm gonna get off on this. But I be having them days where, like, as a parent, I guess I be having a face like realization, like, damn, I dropped the ball. Because I ain't raised my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So when I be chopping it up with her, text her and stuff like that, and I see how she just living, progressing, and like I really ain't got no say so on shit, like far as, man, you be out there. I think I asked her the other night, it was like maybe 9 o'clock. Would you be out all night? And she's like, nah, I don't be out all night. But it's like just the not knowing who she hang with, who she be with, what she really doing, just not having that real bond and relationship. Like, damn. Seriously, so like, I be thinking about that a lot though. And then be thinking about just relationships in general with people, with my parents, you know, brothers, damn, you want to do better for sure. But just going back to the kids, like I just be wish I knew more or was involved more or could be involved more or just about, because there's so much shit going on out here though. And it's like I be want to give my daughter some game and did this and that, but it's like we don't have that connection. You know, I still give it to her, but I don't know if it's being received because it's like it just shit ain't how it's supposed to be. But you know, I can understand, you know, why people are protective for their kids though, like, because it's a crazy world out here though, like for real. So it's like, I feel like, damn, I know what's some stuff, some game I need to give her though, you know, that I don't know if she getting. So then that's like, damn, I know I dropped the ball back, you know, fucking up early on in life and just not being able to be there, especially with what's going on now. Just had times of progress where the kids more spiteful, more mischievous, you know, just shit, like they say, on demon time now. People don't treat people like them, you know, they say. Nah, they definitely don't. They definitely don't. It's hard to find a person that's, you know, just, if you could just sit back and watch people. People don't treat people with dignity, no more decency. Like for real, it was an incident that happened. Damn, what was that here? What was that here? Rude as hell. What was that here? I want to say I was Ubering the other day. And you know how you see some rude shit go on and you want to say something to somebody, but okay, I'm in Popeyes. I'm in the inside and gonna give me a big box, and it was this girl in there. She worked there, and she's so crazy. Her mama came through the drive-thru. You know how you look at somebody like, damn, I'm thinking to myself, they gotta be related. Like I can see how they was interacting with each other. Like they gotta be related. So long story short, she was like, she found out a way to wig out of working. So her two managers were like, that's cool, you can go. So she left, came back in with a bag, and she said that they messed up her brother's food. So the manager was like, where the receipt at? Like, it's in the car. It's my brother's food. We just came through the window. You seen my mama? But I'm understanding that she basically trying to tell her we gotta follow procedures, customers in here and stuff like this. So if you're gonna come in like that, come with your receipt. Man, do you know? Do you know? It was another customer in the store. Man, you know, once they remade this girl food, man, this lady turned around and just bumped the lady in the stove. What the fuck? Didn't say nothing, walked out. I'm like, damn, just rude as hell. Like these young kids, rude as hell. And then if you that lady would have flipped her, she would have had to beat her mama up too though, because her daughter rude. But it's like, damn, for your kid to be dead rude, like, what's going on? So that's why it's like, man, it's like, I really don't know a whole lot about my daughter towards to the point where it had me feel like, damn, I know I dropped the ball because it's just so much that I don't know, that I know I want to put on, that just ain't got the chance. And it's like, damn, so it had me like you saying, just hoping my daughter straight out here. Cause I don't know her friends. She being raised by a busted ass policeman. So, yeah. If you can, I see why, like I said, a lot of parents are protective of their kids. And you do get a lot of internet gamers and shit, because parents are cool knowing their kids in the room playing the game. Instead of being out here in this world and fucking around with these fake friends and, like, so I get it. I understand, like I definitely understand. Definitely understand, but it all go back to, I don't like a rude ass child either. It all go back to, you know what I'm saying? Like, just that relationship that a parent have with their child, the impact you making on them, when they doing wrong, the words that you done instilled in them maybe before they do wrong. I know my dad done told me this, I know he done told me this time after time, I know to watch out for this, but you never said it, it never resonates for me. My mom never understood why I was overprotective of my kids until my stepson was. For sure, too, God, it's definitely them times, man, to be protective. But then as you being protective, like I said, you got to give them some game. You can't just pacify them and be overprotective when you ain't putting them up on what's really going on, So, teaching your kids how to watch out for signs and who to hang with and what's going on, I know your parents used to say, my granny used to say it right, boy, you ain't got no friends. You know what I'm saying? My friend, I always tell myself about your friend, my friend. Boy, you ain't got no friend. You know what I'm saying? That friend where you used to ball the granny, your friend. You got no friend, your friend. So shit, the older I get, she right, I ain't got no friends. You know what I'm saying? Not for real, like, that I see on a daily basis. I have a couple friendships, let me say that, but just a daily basis or somebody like, I'm really not. But check it out, y'all. I'm finna jump in the shower. It's time to lay it down. Hopefully Rock ain't ate the rest of that damn dog food so I can, just let that man ass put him in that crate. It's over with. But I'm out of here. Tune in tomorrow. Like, subscribe, share. Y'all get some sleep, get some rest. I'm gonna do something though. This one of them jumps where I'm just gonna jump in that shower. About to lay it down. But I'll be with y'all tomorrow for sure though. No, I'm trying. Never had it. Yeah, I'm definitely tired. I get with y'all. Good night.